Hey, welcome back to the channel. So sorry for the noise. I do got the heat on out here in the garage. It's a balming like 10 degrees right now outside, so it's about 45 here in the garage, not too bad, but turn the heater on, let it warm up a little while, and now we're ready to get to work. So today we're going to be working on the RTN. I want to maybe see if we can't get these blocks off. First off, we're going to go through and take all the rods loose from the crank. That way when I pull the blocks up, the rods will just come up with. The pistons are not stuck in the blocks, but I do want to just go ahead and take all that out together. So that's what we're going to get working on here first. Alright, change of plans. I'm going to go ahead and take these nuts off. I'm going to try and pull the blocks off. The pistons are going to stay attached to the crank. I tried to turn the engine over, and for whatever reason it's acting like it's stuck again, which, you know, just here a month or two ago, I know I just moved it a little bit, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I do see there is like some rust and stuff down in these cylinders that they got stuck. We'll see, but I'm gonna try and get these blocks off and then see if the engine will turn over. You know, it has been colder here in the garage. I don't know if something maybe is froze, but I know the tractor rocks. Yeah, so the clutch is back, so it's not like something's really froze in the tractor. So we'll try to go at it this way once and see what happens. I do see that some of these studs are coming up, you know, with the nuts. It's about a 50-50 game here. Some are coming up, some are not. That'll be fine. We'll put them in the vise, and we'll just spin the nuts off, clean the studs up good, and if the studs look okay, we should be able to reuse these. So it's kind of what we're working on. I know when the last video of this, however long that was now, you know, I was wanting to work on this a lot more than what I have been, but you know, I do have another hobby, and it is a race car, and I've been needing to get that thing torn down because I'm selling that one to get a different one. So whenever I've been up, you know, here at this house instead of back at the farm, a lot of my time here lately has been going towards that. So, but now I get that torn down and I can be working on this tractor here is the plan. So, you know, like I always say in all my videos, there's never gonna run out of projects, I can tell you that. So I know, like I said in the opening part, it is really cold out this week, but you know, it is the second week of January here, so it's kind of what you'd expect for the time of year. Up until this point, I'd say we have been pretty lucky, but you know, it's just part of it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna get all these bolts out, probably get these kind of maybe loose and ready to go, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to start pulling them up. Okay, so I got these blocks moving. They should be ready to pretty much pull up off of here. Well, I did forget there's an oil line over here. Get that taken off here quick. There we go, get that up. One thing that I guess is kind of news for me, but not really for the page or whatever, but I did get engaged last weekend, so kind of a big thing, I guess. So let all the fun wedding planning and all that stuff begin now. But I'm try to kind of work this one up a little bit too. back one was going to come right off. I know you guys probably can't see this too well, but move you right here. Put you here. I think I'll be able to get this one lifted off. We're able to get that one off. See all that crap, you know, that was on there. But yeah, not too worried about getting stuff down in here. I am gonna wash this engine out really well and stuff before I start going back together. So. Gotta put you like right here now. Okay, we got that one off. That one there was a lot more stuck than what the other side, or the, you know, that back cylinder jug was. But main thing is we do got it off. The engine, I know it will. It was turned a little bit ago. I'm sure the engine will turn over good now. Go ahead and set this down on the ground. Okay, so as you can see, a lot of rust, you know, is here, but the main thing is, I think, you know, the rest of the motor here should be okay. We're gonna know more here when we start taking all these, you know, the rods off and seeing what exactly the crankshaft looks like. But yeah, we'll have a lot of, we get this thing all torn down, we're gonna have a lot of cleaning to do here. Gotta make sure we get all this stuff out of here. Oh yeah. You guys can see that or not, but it is turning now. So before I was having a hard time, so these guys got cotter pins in them. You know, I was able to get like these broke loose, but you know, the way these were, the angle, I was having a hard time getting to them. So that was why we are you know, that's why I did take them, went ahead and took them blocks off first. So I'll get this set. I'm gonna start taking some of these cotter pins off. I'll bring you back here in a second. Okay, so I got this first rod right here ready to come off. I just gotta loosen up this bolt. So I'll loosen that up. We'll pull that first piston off. We'll look at the bearing, look at the crankshaft and everything, kind of see how it all looks. So got this off. You know, the bearings, scratch wise, there's not really much. They are kind of cloudy. Just kind of see. Usually, so for those that don't know, if you take the, you know, the bearing off, usually on the back side there'll be a part number, and then also it'll say whether or not if they're standards or what they are. So this MM, there's a part number, made in USA. You may have to look at the parts book to see what it is. I'm gonna assume that they're standards. There is a 0 there, but oh well, you guys can read all that. But anyways, it is a true MM bearing, and then there's a part number here. So like I said, I'll probably go to the parts book and see, look at that part number, and see exactly what they are. It'd probably be the plan. So let's go ahead and pull that piston up out of there now. Kind of just clean up. So as you can see there, the crankshaft does all look good. I can't feel any marks. You know, I really think we're going to be okay as far as leaving the crankshaft in, and you know, just kind of working with what we got. You know, I can't remember if I said in previous videos or not, but I think I did. The parts for these engines are starting to get very scarce. You know, anything Minneapolis Moline engine related. So what we're going to be doing with this tractor, it might run 5 hours a year, you know, if it's lucky. Main thing is we just want to make it run, because you know, obviously right now the way I bought it, it didn't run. So if we make it run, we're a lot better than where we started. Obviously we're not gonna, you know, patch it together, cut corners, but if there's stuff that's good, things that we can use, we're gonna go ahead and use it. You know, it doesn't make much sense to try and find new parts when new parts are getting kind of hard to find for a lot of this stuff, when, you know, somewhere there might be a tractor out there that actually needs new parts. You know, if say that bearings or whatever completely out of it, or crankshaft spun a bearing or what have you there, those are the kind of tractors that are going to be needing the new parts. Like this one here, you know, when we go to put it together, if I do decide to use these bearings, we got to get everything off and take a look, but I will plastic gauge it, and we can get into more of that when we're going together. But basically there's a tolerance you can do with crankshafts. You use plastic gauge, you smash them together, and you look at what that gap is. It kind of measures the distance basically. If the bearings are too worn out, that plastic gauge basically won't smash down at all. You know, for some instances bearings can be too tight and that plastic gauge is smashed down way too tight. But we'll get into that more when we go to actually put this tractor together. But for right now, like I said, we're going to tear it all apart. I got to clean this whole crankcase out really well, and we'll kind of evaluate our parts and see what we got. So there we do have piston number 1 out. Once again, you know, this bearing surface, it's kind of cloudy, but as far as marks, things like that, you know, it doesn't look bad. Yeah, let's see if this bearing here has anything on it, or this half of the bearing I should say. No, just a part number, just like the other half. So I will look at the parts book. I should be able to, you know, tell exactly if they're standard or oversized, but more than likely these are a standard bearing. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of these off. I just kind of wanted to show you guys on the first one, and I'll bring you guys back here in a minute. So we got all the pistons out here now. You know, as you can see, there's gonna be a lot of cleanup to do. First off, I want to go ahead and I'll probably, you know, get all this old gasket stuff off, because there's going to be more dirt falling down in there while I'm doing that. So I'll get all this cleaned off, probably get this, you know, the surface good and clean to where we'll just have to do a little touch up before we actually start bolting the different blocks on. But I got, you know, none of the crankshaft at all looks bad anywhere. I can't feel any ridges running across it with the fingernail. Like I said, there is, if you guys can see that very good or not, but there is a lot of dirt and stuff down there, which is fine. We're gonna rinse that all out good. So that'll probably be the next video on this. We'll be cleaning this all up and getting this ready for, you know, to kind of start putting things together again. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.